Hello everyone! I put out a poll asking which pattern y'all wanted me to do next, and y'all said y'all wanted to do this dinosaur, so that is what we are going to be doing today. You are going to need to know a magic circle, single crochet, increase, and decrease for this project. For this project, you're going to need a Bernat blanket yarn in any color of your choice for the whole body, some stuffing, a 7mm hook, a yarn needle, and about 15mm safety eyes. We are going to start by making the head. We're going to start at the top of the head and go all the way down to the base of the neck. So to start, we are actually going to start with a magic circle of 12. So I count the loop on my hook as a stitch, so that is 1, and then we're going to start single crocheting into our magic circle. So 2, 3, and we're going to do that until we have 12 loops. So I now have 12 loops around, and I'm going to tighten my magic circle without breaking the yarn. So we did this, normally for amigurumi you start with a magic circle of 6, but we did this so that the head will be flatter instead of a pointy head that can sometimes happen with these amigurumi projects. So for our next row, we are going to do single crochet increase around. So go into the next loop, that's a single crochet, and now we can put our stitch marker in, so I'm putting it in behind that. So then I'm going to do an increase, so 1 in that stitch, and then 2, so that was 1 single crochet, and then an increase. So we're going to do that all the way around for a total of 6 times repeated. Now after we've done a single crochet and an increase repeated 6 times around, we should have 18 stitches. And for the next row, it's going to be kind of irregular. It's not going to be quite the same pattern all the way around. So we're going to start with 2 single crochet, 1, 2, then we are going to do a single crochet and an increase 3 times. So a single crochet, then an increase, 2. This is our second time doing a single crochet, then an increase, and one last time, single crochet, increase. Then the rest of the round is just going to be single crochet, and that should be 10 single crochet. So I did my 10 single crochet, which brought me to the end of the round. So then we did that because it kind of gives it the oval shape of the head. You can see here. And now for the next 2 rows, we are just going to be doing single crochet. So all the way around, only single crochet, which should be 21 stitches. So I will be back with you when I'm done doing 2 rows of just single crochet all the way around. So I've done 2 rows of just single crochet, and in this row we are going to start decreasing in the front to make the chin. So move our stitch marker, and then we are going to start this row by doing a single crochet and a decrease 3 times. So just a single crochet and a decrease, and do that a total of 3 times. After I've done that, we'll just do 12 single crochet, which should get you to the end of the row. Now after we've done our 12 single crochet, we are going to start this next round by doing 4 decreases to really pronounce that chin. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to do 2 single crochet and a decrease twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or we did 2 single crochet, and then now we're doing our decrease, and we're going to do that one more time. Then after we've done 2 single crochet and a decrease twice, I'm going to end the row with another decrease. And then for the next row, we are going to do a decrease, just one decrease, if we can, a decrease, gonna move my stitch marker, and then the rest of the row is just going to be single crochet, which should be 9 single crochet. So after we finish this row up with 9 single crochet, now is a good time to put in our safety eyes. So we take our safety eyes, and we're going to put them in the 4th row. So the magic circle is our first row, and then so 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want to make sure we get it in the front of the head. That's kind of important. And we're going to place them 4 stitches apart. So 1 there, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Place the second about there. And we're probably going to want to change that up and all, but then we can put our backings on and go on to the next rows of single crochet. Now at this point, we should have 10 stitches around, and we are going to be just single crocheting around for 6 rows to make the whole length of the neck. So single crochet around, 10 stitches around for 6 rows. With those 6 rows being done, what we can do now is fasten off, so slip stitch into the next stitch, chain, and then make sure to leave enough tail to sew this onto the body when the time comes. What you could do is you could cut this, or you could just do that to make your life a bit easier. Tighten that. You can stuff it if you want to now, but I'm just going to wait till we get to the sewing. The next piece we are going to work on is the body. Again, we are going to start with a magic circle of 12. So this counts as a 1 stitch, and we are going to single crochet into the magic circle till we have 12 loops total. So 1, 2, 3, and I'll meet you back when I have a total of 12. And like for the head, our next row is going to be single crochet and an increase 6 times total around. For our 3rd row, we are going to do a pattern of 2 single crochet and an increase. So 1, 2, and then an increase. A total of 6 times around. Now for the 4th and final row of increases, we are going to do 3 single crochet, so 2, 3, and an increase. And that is going to be repeated 6 times around. And for the next 3 rows, we are going to do single crochet all around. You have 30 stitches around, so you will be doing 30 single crochet 3 times. And now that we've done those 3 rounds, we can start decreasing. So this next row is going to be a pattern of 3 single crochet and a decrease 6 times around. So 1, 2, 3, and a decrease. And we're going to repeat that a total of 6 times around. Then the 9th row will be 2 single crochet and a decrease 6 times around. Right now we have 18 stitches around, and our next row is going to be a single crochet and a decrease 6 times. Before we do our final row of decreases, we are going to stuff this as much as we can. Finally, we are going to do 6 decreases all the way around. So 1, 2, 6. Okay, so after you've done 6 decreases, we're going to fasten off. And we'll do that by slip stitching into the next stitch and then chaining 1. Don't need to worry about too long a tail, but we will need to weave this together, so leave a little bit of a tail. At this point, most people will use a yarn needle and thread it through and then to sew this together, but I'm just going to take my hook, put it behind the next stitch, bring this through, skip a stitch, put it behind, bring it through, and repeat that a few times until we've got it all the way around and can just pull this closed. Then we fasten this off somewhere. What I do is I kind of tie a knot with it, and then we can use our hook to bring this through. And then you're done with your body. Next, we are going to make the legs. So we are going to start the leg with a magic circle of 8. So make our magic circle, and this counts as a loop or stitch, so we are going to do 7 more into this magic circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now we have 8 stitches around. Tighten our magic circle. I'm going to put my stitch marker in so you can see the end of the row. And then our next row is going to be a pattern of 3 single crochet and an increase repeated twice around. So 1, 2, 2, 3, and an increase. Then you're going to do that one more time in this row. When you've completed that, you will have 10 stitches around, and for the next few rows, we are just going to be doing single crochet. So 10 stitches around for 3 rows, so 3 rows of single crochet. And after you complete your 3 rows of single crochet, we can fasten off and make sure to leave a tail for sewing. Although, I already left. What I did was I left a really long tail on one of the legs that I already made, so I can use that one strand to sew all of them on. So I'm not going to leave a long tail on this one. And after you fasten off for this one, you need to make 3 more of these, so you will have 4 total. And after you've made 4 of these, we can move on to the tail. To start our tail, we are going to make a magic circle of 4. So that's 1, tighten our magic circle a bit, 2, 3, and 4. Now tighten it all the way. And our next row is going to be a pattern of a single crochet. It's going to be kind of hard with such a small magic circle. I'll put my stitch marker in. So this is the second round, and it's going to be a single crochet and an increase. And you're going to do that one more time, and after that you'll have 6 stitches around. Then our third round is going to be 6 single crochet to get to the end of the round. Next, we are going to do a row of 2 single crochet and an increase for a total of 2 times around. Then another round of single crochet, which should be 8 single crochet around. then a row of 3 single crochet and an increase repeated twice, then another round of just single crochet, which will be 10 single crochet around, 4 single crochet and an increase repeated twice, 12 single crochet around, then for our final row it'll be 5 single crochet and an increase 2 times around. Then after we've completed that, we can fasten off, making sure to leave a tail for sewing, and then we will move on to assembly. So what I prefer to do is sew the head onto the body first. So we're going to make sure it's facing forward first of all, and we're going to make sure the back is in the second row, like you can see here, so that it's looking up and straight and not down. So in the second row here, we're going to sew the head on. So I've hidden my end now, and you're probably going to want to make sure that its head is actually facing straight, which this one seems to be good enough. And then we can sew on the legs. So we're going to place the legs about 2 stitches apart, this way, and this way we are going to place them also 2 stitches apart. So it's pretty much going to be a square of the legs. And they will all be facing slightly outward because of how its body is curved, but that'll be fine. So as you can see, my dinosaur's head isn't actually standing up. So I still have tail left over from sewing the legs on. You might not though, so you can take some more yarn and you can bring it to the top of here. Then after you do that, what you do is you take a loop kind of far away from the neck, and then take a loop kind of high up on the neck, and that should really pull the neck back quite a bit. And then you just do that a few times in different spots until your dinosaur's head stands up as much as you would like it to, and then you tie it off and hide your end. And then finally we are going to sew the tail on. You're going to want to put it pretty low on the body, so where it's pretty much touching the back of the legs. And that is all for this dinosaur pattern. But I'm not done quite yet. You might have noticed this little bit of white here, and that is just to give it a bit more character. And I'm also going to do that to this one, and I think I'd like to give it some blush too. Now I hope you've enjoyed making this dinosaur pattern. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. Do you think it's awesome? Do you think I'm an idiot who's terrible at crocheting? Put that in the comments. But thank you for watching, and remember, we create because God created first.